Hello, dear beings. My name is YasminHana. I'm the founder of BLISS School, BlueLotus International Soul School. Now, why Blue Lotus? Why the Blue Lotus? When I started my first drinking or connection with the Blue Lotus, when I was about 16 years ago, when I was 21 at the time, I knew there was something so special, and it dictated the course of my life since that moment. My journey began really with understanding the nature of transformation. The Blue Lotus was a totem, a medicine totem of this land, for within it, it carries the deeper secrets of life and the mystery of life and death and transformation, for it grows within the deep, dark mud. And from the mud, it rises and rises towards the sun in this ecstatic opening and the most exquisite perfume, only to close again at night, to regain its strength and power and remember its connection to the darkness. And it opens again with the light, closes, and eventually it will go back down into the mud, disperse its seeds, and again rise. So this cycle, again, we're going to use the word cycle. The cycle of life and death was represented in this beautiful flower. The Nile was filled with these flowers. Imagine thousands upon thousands and thousands of flowers filled in the Nile. Now you cannot see a single one. So there was this prophecy that said, well, with the last flower, the darkness, the forgetfulness, the sluggishness, the dullness of the human soul experience has come upon the land or come upon earth. But when the flower rises again in the land, and the more this flower starts to rise, consciousness will start to grow again. Beings will remember and awaken to their true essence. And this is the time, and this is why you are probably magnetized and attracted to the Blue Lotus. For within you, you carry that seed of remembrance, of awakening. It is time for us to awaken together. And so this flower in its beauty, in its perfume, in the way it looks, also carries properties. One of relaxation. Remember, the ancient Egyptians loved this sense of lounging. One of their other symbols was the cat, Bastet. Why did they love the cat so much? Yes, it was practical. Remember the granaries, the harvest. If there were no cats, the mice would eat up all the reserves. So yes, there was a practicality to it, but there was so much more. For with the ancient Egyptians, it wasn't just practicality. There was beauty, and there was art, and there was magic, and there was mystery. The cat holds that part of our desire to relax and to lounge, a deep inner purr of enjoyment. The cat is pleasure. The cat is self-care. The cat is a sense of sovereignty. The cat knows when to say, move away. This is my space. The cat can delight in this beautiful, intimate, sensual, pleasurable connection to life and to other cats. It was a symbol of something that was a totem of the ancient Egyptian life. So Bastet was also embraced. And so this feline energy, this big cat energy, was an important energy. It wasn't the only energy. I will talk more about the different animal totems and powers, but let's just stick to the cat for a moment. For the mother of the Blue Lotus, which is also Nefertum, the divine child energy, symbolizing beauty, innocence, and playfulness, a divine child that knows its connection to the Great Mother, to the Great Father, to the divine parents, can live a life in ease and be in this beautiful experience of life without the guilt and the shame and the fear and the what if. And it's just like, I am, for I am. And the mother of the Blue Lotus is Sekhmet, the big, powerful feline cat that represents physical power. If we want to get to that alchemical stage of being a divine child, living in the world as a divine child, which was one of the highest states of transformation, We needed to have an inner mother that can protect us. Any energies that come into our way, that try to belittle us, that try to make us wrong, those inner thoughts, the inner enemy that attacks and criticizes, we got to be able to fiercely remove that from our way, to clear that out of our system. If a certain something comes our way and we know it's not good for us, we hold our boundary. We learn how to say no. And when we say no to what we don't want, we can say yes fully to what we want. This is the mother of this Blue Lotus path, the fierce mother that protects. Remember, in the ancient Egyptian world, everything is energy, but everything is also embodied energy. It's shamanic. So this beautiful cat-like energy can say no. It's an energy that protects, that removes away. But it does it not from the mind. It does it from the gut, from our heart, from our deep, deep self-love and knowing of ourself and self-acceptance. If we poke at the world around us and we're just poking, it will continue to come back, poke us back. But when we not let anything in, we create a space for this sweet, innocent, beautiful, divine child to play. So this is the mother, this big cat energy. I must say, honestly, when I see the ancient Egyptian path depicted as a path of light and 5D and codes, there is a certain beauty to that. I can appreciate it. But if we want to get real with this path, it's an embodied path. And it's not for the faint-hearted or the light-hearted. It is from the gut. It is from our deeper sex. It comes from our darkness into our light. If we want to really work with this path, we're going to have to surrender to a much deeper transformative process that will take us into the mud and into the dark, but only to transform us into all that is real, true, and authentic. This is a soulful path. It's not just a spiritual path. It will test us. It will go into our bones to transform us. The ancient Egyptian path isn't just light. It is darkness. It is depth. It is going into the animal world within us, to our instinct, to the deepest root of our neurological patterning, into our blood, into our ancestral path. And from there, transformation on the deepest level. It is cellular. It is, in a way, also, you could say, works with our inner beast. We are nature. And anyone who denies that we don't contain parts of us that are dark, parts of us that hate, parts of us that get angry, parts of us that want to rage, parts of us that mourn, that grieve, if you cannot accept that, then this path is not for you. For as we go deeper into all the different neteru, forces of nature, deities, we will realize that they carry within them the power to kill, the power to mourn, the power to destroy. And we are at choice with what we do with that energy. We don't become consumed with it, but we understand that within us we have it all. Then we access our true power, for the ancient Egyptian path is a path of true power. True power is true love. But if we cannot access the power, then we are floating somewhere in the ethers. We are downloading and channeling information that makes no sense to what is true and real in this very moment. The path is accepting reality as it is, not as we want it to be. It is a path that really embodies to the deepest level our power. And perhaps you are still watching this because you are attracted to deeply connecting to your true source of power, to gently removing that veil beyond in the eyes, the veil in the mind, the veil that clouds us, the mud, the stickiness, to shine through that from our inner darkness into our light, our true self. And that is the path of working with the wisdom teachings that come from this land. We're going to have to embrace the fact that we are a soul living in an animal body, and that even the body, this animal instinct, contains with it a power if we learn how to ride it, harness it, and not be consumed by our instinct, but learn to love it, work with it. That within us we contain an incredible darkness, an incredible mystery. Thank you for watching. And if you liked this, please write, leave a like or a comment. I would love to hear from you. Sending you so much love, and see you perhaps again. Much love. Bye-bye.